Hello and welcome from Brecht Caravan in Heilbronn, Germany. I've got this very interesting vehicle to show you. It's a 6-meter integrated Hymer Exsis I. Now this is a 2019 model. It's got 9,200 kilometers on the clock. So it's pretty new. It's going to cost 67,500 euros, 222 centimeters across, 277 in height. Let's now have a look inside. So the size of the vehicle itself, I think, is particularly interesting. So at the rear, we've got a single bed, and above it we've got a shelf, we've got storage, and we've got space there. I think that is up where the television is supposed to go. We have got steps up, and here we will find a rather small wardrobe, and here we've got the freezer, we've got the fridge. You want to see it? Right, here you go. There's the fridge. That's what the fridge looks like. And here's the freezer. That's what the freezer looks like. Bit of storage above that. And in here we have got the washroom. Now, bear in mind, this is only 6 meters. And look how much space there is in here. Right, so why am I holding the phone? The reason I'm holding the phone is because my gimbal got wet whilst I was filming the sea in Malta, and got damaged. So unfortunately I took out a thing called refresh from DJI, and I only have to pay, I think it's 10 euros to get a new one, but that hasn't come through yet. So anyway, so that's why I'm sort of standing like this. Anyway, now returning back to the vehicle. Really, I've got to say, this is absolutely amazingly large for a 6-meter vehicle. It's only 222 centimeters across. That is ultra positive. This is a kitchen, which is very much, I would say, in the Hymer DNA. There you go. The sink, 3 burners. Below we have got the storage, and above here we've got this as well. Now, I've never seen the point of what this is here. As I close it, I mean, if anybody's got any ideas, do say, but I'm really lost as to why Hymer did that. Anyway, that's my opinion. Now, if you're not a sad case like me who's travelling around by themselves, and if you might want to use the other bed, so you've got the bed up front above the driving position, and this will drop down. I'm not actually going to do it because of the way I'm holding the phone at present, but this drops down. Also, then the chairs will also come down to make space for the bed. An enormous table, I think, for a vehicle of this type. Another thing I really do appreciate is the skylight up there. So, looking at the vehicle, one thing about the integrated, it gives you, I can say this as somebody who's now been living in an integrated vehicle for 1.5 years. I am absolutely convinced. Now, I'd never actually had a good go at integrated vehicles before, but I was in favour of semi-integrated until I got one. When I was a child and colour televisions came out, and there were these companies that used to give people a colour television for use for, I don't know, a week or whatever it was, and this is even in Newcastle, and knowing full well that they'd never go back to having a black and white one. And as most viewers are of my age, they will remember this. So for me now to go back to using a semi-integrated, as you can see here, would be rather difficult. Now, there is somebody wrote to me in the week, and he said, "What about the pros and the cons?" Well, I would have to say this. This is my opinion here. Now, the biggest con is the cost of replacement, and we know that windscreens get broken. Doesn't matter what vehicle you've got, they're going to get broken. It's going to get chipped or something. And the cost of replacement is quite, particularly if you use the original parts. I mean, there are a number of companies now that sort of make them. But even so, you can't compare this to replacing a Fiat Ducato windscreen. So that's the big negative thing about it. But there's another negative thing, and maybe this is me, I don't know, but it seems to get steamed up quite quickly, and sometimes I seem to have difficulty keeping the condensation up whilst I'm driving. Now, maybe it's just me because I'm being ultra careful and I'm not putting hot air onto the windscreen. Obviously, the bigger windscreen is going to get hotter inside or colder, depending on what you're doing. Well, you can protect it from the cold by getting an external winter kit, but you can't really protect it from the heat when you're inside. It does get hot whilst you're driving. Okay, you're driving, you've got the aircon on, I suppose. Anyway, look, I need to go into this in far more detail, but these are some of my opinions. But in a small vehicle like this one, I really feel this is the same length as a camper van, but look how big it is inside. It's got all this space, and you've got things like this. It's got space down here, and to me, it's I think to a large extent it's a space game, and how well you feel in your vehicle. Of course, you should always get the vehicle you feel good about, and so I say to everybody, don't buy a motorhome. Rent it first, and if you like it, then buy it. That's how. And I do recommend that instead, if people are uncertain about the integrated or semi-integrated, give the semi-integrated a try. There's another thing, and this is an optical illusion. In fact, I'm going to come around here and say these vehicles seem to be much bigger. Although, having said that, in this one, the optical illusion doesn't really. It doesn't seem the same. Maybe it doesn't seem the same when you're driving it, but. To me, if you get into, let's say, a 226 centimeter wide integrated, it seems to be actually short. It seems to be narrower than the 235. Anyway, maybe others have an opinion on this. Hope I've explained that correctly. Good. Anyway, look, I think this is a small vehicle. It's really good, and. Another thing I do suggest, try small vehicles until you learn how to drive them. In fact, I'm still on small vehicles because I'm always concerned about parking and where to park my vehicles. Right, okay, good. No big bin, got a nice big window there. And also I suggest getting a vehicle like this. I mean, it's nearly new. And is that open? Is that open? Ooh, it says they're open, and I can't open it. No, it should be closed. That's closed. That's oh, sorry, it was open. It's me. See, as you get older, you lose your strength. That's a really big garage, also for a 6-meter vehicle. And there you go. Now, you may say, and you'd have a good point in saying this, that if you're putting a bike rack on the back, then you are losing the space. And yes, I accept that argument. Yeah, it's no longer a 6-meter vehicle. It's now a 630 centimeter vehicle. And by the time the bikes are out, it's going to be a 660, something like that. But your bikes have to go somewhere, and that's as good a place as any, I suppose. Anyway, so if you're a cyclist, then you would want the bike rack. Anyway, let's come back to the sign here, because there might be some other things I want to tell you about. Right, so the kit it's got, I hope this is actually all coming out, but this is the kit that you've actually comes with, and include the extras such as the Oyster 85 television. It's got navigation, it's got I'm trying to see what else it might have extra anyway, and yeah, you've got some of the equipment, sorry, the what's it called, the base information there. Fiat Ducato 2.3 multi-jet automatic gearbox. Okay, right, so I've been quite positive on this one, In fact, the only thing I didn't really like was the thing in the kitchen. But good. I hope you found that interesting, and I didn't go over the top being positive about it. And I upload every day at 21:15 my time. I live in Poland, and partially also in Germany. So this is the sort of thing I live in all the time. Well, mine's a different vehicle. It's also Hymer. It's a bit larger, but you can see it in a different film. I'll give you a link below if you're interested. And so this is my life. So thanks so much for watching. All the best from me in Germany, and bye for now.